So in the previous class, we have seen about the model of the single tank system. We have considered here the linear valve, where the valve related with the the level of the tank by Q naught is equals to H by R, right? And then we have seen about the non-linear valve, and the characteristic of the valve is varying like a root over H power 1 H. So that is the Q naught is equals to C H power 1 by 2, right? And we have linearized this non-linear term using the Taylor series expansion, and then we have developed the the transfer function of this tank. Again, this will come to the R1 upon tau s plus 1. Okay, the output of level to the flow rate of inlet flow rate, right? That the transfer function considering all the initial condition 0. Then we have seen the different Jacobian matrix for the n variable, okay, for the nonlinear model, right? That is the x dot is equals to f of x comma u, and y is equals to gx comma u, right? And we have generalized the equation A matrix and B matrix C D matrix of the as a Jacobian matrix, right? And this one is a problem we have to solve as an assignment problem. Your problem is to develop the nonlinear, that is the model. Your target is development of the model. Okay, find out the transfer function. Okay, Hs upon Qs, Hs upon Qs, right? Hs upon Qs as an assignment problem. Today we will see the 2 or 3 different problem. We'll try to develop the model for the mixing problem, blending problem, and the heat problem. Okay. So now we have started with the mixing problem. In the mixing process, there are, let's say, here we have taken only the one concentrated salt. Let's say the concentration of that salt is xt, and the flow rate is q. Okay, and maybe this tank, it's one of the easiest problem. Maybe this contain the second flow with let's say the x2t concentration and q q2 or q1, or so let's say the q1 and whatever the different flow rate. But in this problem only we have considered the single flow and with single concentrated problem. Okay, so in this problem we have taken the inlet flow rate with the whatever the liquor is entering in the tank with the flow rate is q, and the leaving the flow with the same flow that the q. Okay, the concentration of the inlet is xt and the outlet product is yt. Okay, and let's say this is the water and some salt is entering this, and there is a mixer. Okay, this is a mixing to the salt and water, and whatever the concentration, that is the yt, that is the we are getting from the as a product. The volume of this tank is V. So now we are just writing the the in and out equation, that is the conservation equation, that is the component equation. So here, just here, this is mixing. So X is the mass of salt per volume, you can say. That's the concentration also, mass of salt per volume. Okay, so whatever the in minus out is equals to rate of accumulation. So in is equals to, you can write the Qx is mass upon volume. So volume, Q is a volumetric flow rate, that is a meter cube per second, and this is the mass, there is a kg per, you can say, volume. So it is again the kg per second is a mass. Ultimate, this is a this equation represents simply this term represents the mass flow rate with respect to time. So Qx is the in minus Qy is the out, and whatever the accumulation in the terms of concentration, that is the dV by dt, where V is the volume. This is a constant volume of this tank. So we can write V as a separate. We can take the common constant outside, and V dV by dt. Okay. So now at the steady state equation, there's no change of the d by dt becomes 0 at the steady state, and therefore it is the dV by dt equal to 0. Okay. So again, you can minus Qx, this equation 1, this equation 2, you can take 1 minus 2 and divide and define the the deviation variable, and based on that deviation variable in the previous slide, you can find out the the transfer function ys upon xs, that is a 1 upon tau s plus 1, where tau is equals to defined v by q. Okay, so you may find like this. Okay, next example is a blending process. Blending process is again the mixing process. This is one example of mixing process where we have taken two different flow, and they are going to mix inside the tank. With the help of the tank we are steering, the volume is v, and whatever the product is coming with the product concentration is x, and the flow rate is a w, and the first inlet is flow rate of the first inlet is w1, and the flow rate of the second one is a w2. Okay, so now what we will write, we will write just the rate of accumulation is equal to in minus out, in minus out. Okay, so simple equation you can write, mass in is equal to w, okay, meter cube kg per second or kg per hour, kg per second in plus in, this is a in and in, so this w1 plus w2 minus w, simply we can write here. Okay, so this is simply mass balance, not the component balance we are writing. Okay, so this is the mass balance. Or now if you want to write the component balance, you can again multiply with w1 x1, w2 x2, and minus wx is equals to what, v rho into x. Okay, because the concentration of the product is x. Okay, so v rho x divided by d by dt. Okay, d by dt of v rho x. So at the steady state, again at the steady state this equation becomes w1 plus w2 minus w equal to 0, and the same, this is equation number, let's say 1, and let's say this is equation number 2, this is equation number 3, and let's say for the at the steady state this equation becomes w1 x1 plus w2 x2 minus of wx equal to 0. This is equation number 4. Okay, so with the help of this 4 equation you can develop the transfer function. Okay, so this is the final equation for the component balance, and this is one is the equation for the, this is a component balance equation, and this one is the mass balance equation. Okay, so based on this you can find out the equation, right? Next one that is very important, that one is on the heating process, and in the heating process you have to learn how this heating problem will solve, or how we develop the model of the system. Okay, so in order to that, wait for a minute.
तो बस 1 मिनट प्रीवियस स्लाइड में जाएंगे.
Yes. Sorry. Yes. Any doubt? No. Okay. So in this problem, this is one of the important problem. Now we have to write the energy equation. Okay, why? Because whatever the flow is entering in the tank with the temperature Ti, okay, and some steam or electricity is coming, and that heat is, the entering in the tank is a Q. Okay, and this is the WT. Now we have to control, our target is to control this steam flow so that we can maintain the temperature inside the tank. Okay, and we can maintain the temperature of this tank as at a T temperature, right? So for that purpose, now just we are avoiding all the controller part and simply develop the model. Okay, so how the model will develop, the ultimate model should be the heat transfer in the form. So heat transfer is nothing but the heat, the unit of heat or the energy is simply joule. Okay, so joule per second or joule per hour we will write. We will try to write the joule per hour or the joule per second equation. So it should be the represent whatever the entering the tank or the liquor, we have to write the equation in the form of joule per second or joule per hour. So for that purpose, this is a W is a flow rate, and joule is a J, and W is a mass flow rate, and this mass flow rate is given in the form of kg per hour. Okay, or kg per, you can say, second, right? And C is the a specific heat of capacity, a specific heat capacity. C is the specific heat capacity, and the unit of this specific heat capacity and the unit of this one is given by the joule per kg, right? Joule per kg degree Kelvin or degree Celsius. Okay, so when you multiply with a C, then it will give the joule per kg degree Celsius, and Ti minus T reference represent the temperature difference. Why we have taken T reference? I will give the answer in few seconds. So till the unit of this one is that obviously degree Celsius. Then if you solve this one, then it will provide the joule per hour. Okay, so this is present the energy transfer, right? Energy transfer. So WCTI minus T reference, whatever this is the in, okay, minus the WCT reference plus out, okay, the in, this is the in, this is the out, and whatever the entering from the Q, this is the heat also, and this heat is again representing the joule per hour or joule per second, right? And then whatever the accumulation is done in the tank, that is that rate we are going to represent here. And this is nothing but rho VC, rho is represented in the mass upon volume, so kg per meter cube. Volume is again the meter cube. C is again joule per kg, है ना? Kg into degree Celsius, and this is the degree Celsius per second. When you solve all this equation, you can again get joule per second or joule per hour, right? So based on that, you can write this equation. Now the question is why we have taken T reference. So the answer of this question is why we have taken the T reference, because let's say the temperature of this tank, okay, this inlet, the inlet flow rate is, let's say, 35 degrees Celsius or 50 degrees Celsius or 60 degrees Celsius. Okay, so 60 degrees Celsius we have taken the temperature of this flow rate, but it is in the reference of room temperature. We are increasing the temperature not from the 0 degrees Celsius. We are not increasing the temperature of that liquor from 0 degrees Celsius. However, we have increased the temperature. We have increased the temperature by the room temperature, or 27 degrees Celsius or 25 degrees Celsius or near about that 30 degrees Celsius, right? So this is the T reference. This is the T reference. We are increasing the temperature with respect to this temperature, right? From 30 degrees Celsius to 60 degrees, not from the 0 degrees Celsius to 60 degrees Celsius, right? Therefore, we have taken care here T minus T reference. Okay, so ultimately this is the equation representing the heat transfer in this tank. Okay, now at the steady state, again whatever the in minus out plus the steady state of this heat value is equals to the 0. D by dt becomes 0. Okay, at the steady state. Okay, so we have written like this one. This is the T at the steady state TIS, and the steady state of T become TS, and T reference will remain same, and it will cancel to each other. Okay, and ultimate equation will become WC into TIS minus TS plus of QS equal to 0, right? So let's represent equation number 1, let's represent equation number 2, and then 1 minus 2 if you take, then become WC into TI minus TIS, WC TS T minus TS plus Q minus QS in equal to rho VC D or D by dt of T minus of what? T minus of TS. Okay, now again we define the variable, deviation variable. Okay, and based on that, that T, this is the take only the the deviation variable and define the since this is the TI, this is the TI is the constant, okay, value. This is the constant value TI minus TS, and hence we are taking the Laplace transform T minus. This is the deviation variable defined by T dash. T dash is nothing but the T minus TS. Okay, and Q minus QS is Q. Okay, and whatever this T minus T dash is become the T dash. Okay, just to take the Laplace transform. Okay, and then you can find out T dash upon QS, and it is the representation of that transfer function. Okay, and this is the K. K is represented 1 upon WC, where tau is represented by the rho V upon W. So by this way, you can find out the transfer function of the heating process. Okay, if you have any doubt, you may ask here. Otherwise, I will proceed. Is it okay?
Sir, proceed.
Okay. So these three examples what we have considered here are the example of, now you will say either this is the lumped or distributed type of the model. What you are thinking, this is the lumped type of the model or the distributed type? What do you think? Either the lumped type or the distributed type. Please.
So I think it's a lump type process.
Why? Because
I'm not sure.
other students, what is the difference between the lumped and distributed parameter model? Have you any idea? Please. It means you are not revising whatever I am taught. This shows that you are not very serious and you are not
But in the
studying.
distributed parameters, it depends on time and the coordinate system.
So here, is it any problem there? We have taken the coordinate system, whatever the temperature of this point and this point and this point, we have considered here. We have taken the same temperature at that point, that point, that point, and therefore it is a lumped. It is only changing with the time, not with the coordinate. It is the temperature of whatever is changing only with the time, not, you can see here, this is a time dependent only. So it is only for the lumped parametric model. However, in the case of distributed parameter model, if we consider distributed parameter model, it means we are going to study the microscopic study of this analysis. We have considered this is a single. We have constant temperature is there inside the tank. So in this problem, this is the, now you please say that it is either this is an example of the distributed or the lumped. What do you think?
Distributed.
This one is a distributed.
Distributed. Why distributed? Because it is the coordinate dependent as well as the time dependent, right? Because this is a heat conduction in a solid. So if there is a conductor and we, let's say the temperature at this coordinate is t, okay, and the coordinate is 0 and time, let's say we have here, marked here t, okay. So the temperature is varying with respect to both the time as well as the x, okay. We are considering only the in one direction. However, it may be the two-dimensional or three-dimensional, okay. If you have, if the material is like this one, then it can, you can also consider the xyz coordinate also. However, we have taken the simple example that the single coordinate, okay. So assumption notation here, the conductivity K, okay, the heat capacity is represented by the C and the density R of the conducting material are constant, right, and independent of the temperature initially. So initially at T less than 0, the slab is a uniform steady state temperature, okay. Initially at T less than 0, the slab was at the uniform steady state temperature, right, and therefore in the deviation variable which will be the used henceforth, the initial temperature is 0, okay, before T less than 0. Now the cross sectional area is the A of this slab, okay. Now what we are considering, we have to find the transfer function in the form of, we'll see the heat flow of the conduction by the Fourier law, you know, as no, we will, when we write conduction, heat conduction, we are writing the Fourier law equation, and this Fourier law equation is nothing but the Q gradient of, you can say the gradient of temperature with respect to the coordinate. So how this temperature is varying? The temperature is varying with the delta T by del X. Delta T by del X in with the negative sign. Why negative sign? This is the gradient, okay, and gradient is always decreasing. Why it is decreasing? As you can see here, as we are proceeding from this point to in the direction of this X, or as the X is increasing, as the X increase, temperature will decrease. right? Temperature will decrease, obviously. And this is the Fourier law, where Q is the heat flux by conduction and delta T by delta X is the temperature gradient, I already told, and K is the thermal conductivity, right? Thermal conductivity constant. Now we come to the next part, that is your in minus out is equals to whatever the accumulation. So in minus out is equals to accumulation. So in is the left hand side, out is the right hand side, right hand face you can say, and the accumulation will the whatever the internal energy increasing inside this volume, that will your internal energy or the accumulation inside this slab. So the flow of heat you already have given in the form of the by the Fourier law, and so therefore at the x point, at this x point, okay, at this x point, the Fourier law is given by the flow rate of the Q or heat flux is flowing with this equation minus a k. Why a? Heat flux जितना है, now we are multiplying with it area, right? So उस area में कितना heat flux flow कर रहा है, then we will got from multiplication of this area by this is heat flux, okay? So minus of ak delta T by del x at the point x. Now we are dividing this length by into the small pieces, a small segment, and this is the increment in x that is given by the x per delta x. So now we are trying to find what happens, what is the heat flux at the x plus delta x point. So you can again write ak into delta by delta t by delta x at the x plus delta x, right? So in minus out equal to whatever the accumulation. Accumulation is again, this is the heat. So we have to write, so C is C into rho. C is what? C is again joule per kg degree Celsius. Rho is the mass upon volume. Okay. And the area is again this. So area into delta x again give the volume. Okay. And this is the temperature degree Celsius. So you can see that this is a mass, this is a mass, this is the temperature, this is the temperature, this is the volume, this is the volume. Again, it will give the joule. Okay, and joule, this is the delta T. So this is joule per second or the joule per hour. So by this way, you can write the equation of this, slab in minus out is equals to accumulation. But now, see very carefully. Now, what I am writing here, let's say this is the minus, this is the minus, it becomes plus, positive, and ak delta t del x plus x plus delta x minus of ak delta t del x, right? And if you define a delta x here in the denominator, it becomes a by a delta x. The remaining things become c rho del of delta t of t minus tr, right? Delta t minus tr. This is a reference temperature, right? So now see here, a will cancel to each other in the numerator and denominator. The remaining things becomes k delta t del x, x per delta x minus k delta t del x at the x divided by del x. So it is, what is this? What is this? This is the second differential, yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Fx plus delta x, sorry, fx plus delta x minus of fx upon delta x, where limit delta x tends to 0. It represents what? D by dx of fx, yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Yes or no? Say either yes or no.
Yes, sir.
So it is the second, it is the d by dx of t. So since it is the first differential del x by del x of t, right? So, and it becomes again one derivative. So it becomes ultimately the second derivative. It will take the second derivative, that is the k is a constant. So we can write del of delta 2 x square t is equals to what? Rho c delta t by t. Okay. So now this one is your, if the t reference is 0 or t reference we have taken deviation. So this is that simply delta t by t, right? So now this is the second equation. right? Where alpha is nothing, alpha is defined K by rho C, and this K by rho C is the alpha, and alpha is defined in the terms of thermal diffusivity, right? How it's tend to diffuse, how does the potential of diffusion is represented by the alpha, okay, and this is given. Now our target to solve this equation, or find out a transfer function, right? So how the transfer function will find, please see, and the transfer function will find यहाँ पर कितना टेम्परेचर है L लेंथ पर और 0 लेंथ पे. सो हमें टेम्परेचर फाइंड करना है at L, 0, L, T you can say, and T at 0, T you can say. The temperature at length and T, okay, time, and the temperature is varying at the 0 coordinate and the T, right? So now we are trying to solve this equation. So you can take this just integration. So how this integration will take? Now you're defining the Laplace transform. So what is the Laplace transform? Laplace transform is nothing. Laplace of ft. Laplace of ft is, you can tell anyone, 0 to infinite into ft e to the power minus st dt. This is the Laplace transform equation. So the Laplace transform of this side, left hand side, is given by alpha is taken as a common. So 0 to infinite delta 2 by, this is the ft. This is the ft e to the power minus st dt. Okay. So just solve the and equal to what is the right side? Right side delta t by t. So we have just written 0 to infinite equation, integration delta t by t. This is again ft e to the power minus st dt. Now we are trying to solve the left hand side equation first. Consider the first integral on the left hand side and try to solve. Okay. So just we have taken delta 2 by del x square outside the equation, and this is a txt e to the power minus st, and it is nothing but the, this is the fs. If it is represented by Laplace of ft is represented by fs, and fs is nothing but the 0 to infinite e to the power, ft e to the power minus st dt. So we have just taken, it is a t dash tss, t of xss, right? So this is the Laplace transform, okay, and this is the d by dx square, okay, d by dx square, right? So Laplace, where txs is the Laplace transform of txt. Now come to the right hand side. In the similar way, if we are considering the initial condition 0, then we can write st sx minus of tx 0, because it's the first order differential equation. Okay, तो इसको हमने क्या किया? This is the fs, right? So इसको क्या किया हमने? इसको हमने इस तरह से expand कर दिया. Now see, this is the the first left hand side equation. This left hand side equation represented here, and this right hand side is represented here. This is the left hand equal to right hand. Now initial condition we have already told you, we are 0, we are considering this equal to 0. Okay, and then only take this equation becomes s upon alpha dt2 by dx square is equals to x of t, the x comma s, or you can say also here x comma s, right? So it will take in this side, so it will become the minus and equal to 0. So this equation is here, and now take the alpha as a common. So just we have taken the alpha as a common, so it becomes s by alpha. Okay, s by alpha equal to 0. So this is the second order differential equation. Okay, so simply it represents the second order differential equation, and the solution of the second order differential equation given by in this term. This is the general solution of the second order differential equation. T bar is equals to a1 e to the power minus s by alpha, whatever the k is, so k root under k by a होता है, तो ये ले लिया हमने. Okay, now our target is to find the term value a1 and a2. Okay, so a1 and a2 कैसे find करेंगे? There is a limit is given. What is the temperature L and what is the temperature 0? So based on that, just put the x is equals to at x equal to 0. The temperature is 0, and therefore it becomes 0. And right, and the temperature at L is the x is equals to becomes L. Okay, t is equals to x becomes L, and therefore this is the final equation. Okay, so that you can determine the transfer function of the slab of the distributed parametric model. This is the simplest example. So simply now just try to revise this example. Okay, and I think it is enough for you today. Just go through and revise this equation, how we are going to develop, right? And here I am just stopping this. Then I will talk to you.